Oil too high? Big risk. We fix it fast. A lot of drivers think a little extra oil is fine. It isn't. Even a small overfill can whip into foam, starve parts, and make your car run rough. I'm Morgan Lane, your safety-first car guy, and this is Recall Roadmap with Morgan. Today I'll show you how to spot an overfill, fix it quickly, and stop it from happening again. Here's the quick win right up front. To check oil the right way, park on level ground, warm the engine briefly, shut it off, and wait about 5 minutes. Then wipe the dipstick clean, reinsert fully, and read the level. The goal is simple. The oil should sit at the full mark, not above it. When oil sits over that mark, it can foam and lose protective power. Aerated oil is far less effective at lubrication. That's how bearings get starved, seals start leaking, and exhaust parts get coated. We'll go step by step. Spot it, drain it safely, confirm the fix, and prevent a repeat. I'll keep it simple and show close-up dipstick reads and an easy way to pull out extra oil. Have you ever checked your dipstick and seen it over the full line? What did you notice first? Smoke, smell, or something else? Drop it below. Coming up next, how to spot overfill before it's too late. Number 1, we spot the signs. Oil sitting above the full line on the dipstick is the big clue, but you have to read it right. Park level, warm the engine for a minute or two, shut it off, and wait about 5 minutes. Wipe the dipstick clean, slide it all the way in, then read it. If it's past the full mark after that wait, the oil is overfilled. Other red flags show up fast. A puff of white or blue smoke on startup tells me oil, not just fuel, is burning. That burnt oil smell in the exhaust or cabin is another giveaway. Rough idle can join the party because extra oil gets pulled through the PCV system and into the intake. And if you suddenly see new wet spots under the car or oil weeping around gaskets, that extra crankcase pressure is likely pushing past seals. Manuals and service notes warn that too much oil can distort seals and blow them out over time. If these signs feel familiar, your engine is already asking for help. Take a breath. We can fix this in simple, safe steps. Those flags mean trouble. Next, I'll show you why even a little extra oil can cause big, hidden damage. Number 2, why extra oil hurts. Picture the crankshaft slapping through a deep pool of oil. It whips the oil into foam like milk in a frother. That foamy mix looks wet, but it cannot hold a strong film. Without that film, bearings and cam surfaces lose their cushion and start to wear. In plain words, the engine can be starved even while it's swimming in oil. There's more. Overfill raises crankcase pressure. That pressure pushes oil mist into places it should not go, like the intake through the PCV system. Now spark plugs foul, oxygen sensors get oily, and the catalytic converter gets coated. A coated catalyst loses efficiency and can clog. If it clogs, you may notice loss of power or a check engine light. In nasty cases on small turbo engines, excess oil can reach the compressor, damage bearings, or even cause a hydrolock event. That is a wallet crusher. The takeaway is simple. Keep the level at full, not above. You protect bearings, seals, and emissions parts. Now that you know the stakes, let's slow down and verify the reading the right way so we're sure it is truly overfilled before we pull any oil out. Number 3, we check the level properly. This is the part most folks rush, and that's how mistakes happen. Do it step by step. Park on flat ground. Let the engine idle a short minute, then shut it off. Wait about 5 minutes so the oil drains back to the pan. Pull the dipstick, wipe it completely clean, slide it back in all the way, then read the level. You're aiming for the full mark, not above it. If the stick is at low, add just enough to reach full. If it's above full after that settling time, that's a true overfill. I like to show a tight close-up of the dipstick here because a clean read tells the whole story. If the oil smear is streaky or looks bubbly, that's another hint of aeration. Why this routine? Hot oil clings to internal parts and gives false high readings if you check too soon. Waiting a few minutes gives you a settled, honest level. Follow your owner's manual if it calls out a special method, but most say the same simple steps. Level ground, warm oil, short wait, wipe, recheck. Level confirmed high? Good. Next, we figure out how much to remove so we don't overdo the drain. Number 4, we estimate the excess. No guesswork, just a smart plan. Many engines only need a small correction. Often it's a few ounces up to about a half quart. Sometimes it's close to 1 quart. The dipstick isn't a lab instrument, so treat it as a guide and move in small steps. Start with your capacity chart in the owner's manual. If your engine holds about 4 to 6 liters, then removing about a half quart can drop the level a noticeable amount on the stick. If the smear sits a finger width above full, plan to pull a small amount. Recheck, then pull more if needed. I aim for half quart bites, then I pause and measure again. Using a marked catch container helps you keep score so you don't overshoot. One more tip. If the stick is an inch or so over full, you may be more than 1 quart high. Still, resist the urge to dump a lot at once. Take a bit, read again, and sneak up on the mark. It is easier to remove a little more than to add back oil you didn't mean to drain. Got a plan? Great. Now let's remove it safely without a mess. Number 5. We remove the extra oil safely. You have 2 clean options. First, the drain plug method. With the engine cool enough to touch, slide a drain pan under the oil plug. Loosen the plug just a turn so oil drips, not gushes. Catch every ounce in a marked container. When you've got your target amount, snug the plug back down. Do not let the plug fall out of the threads. Keep a glove on your hand and be ready to tighten quickly. Wipe the area clean. Second, the extractor method through the dipstick tube. A hand pump can pull about a quart in roughly half a minute. It is fast, controlled, and keeps you off the ground. Good extractors hold several quarts and have overflow protection. Insert the tube gently until it reaches the pan. Pump out a small amount. Then stop and recheck the dipstick. Never use mouth suction or blow siphon tricks. That is unsafe. If this helped already, tap subscribe and save this guide. You're watching Recall Roadmap with Morgan. Hit like if you appreciate clear, safe steps. Okay, with a measured amount out, let's confirm the fix and clear any smoke the right way. Number 6. We recheck and clear. Slide the dipstick back in, pull it, and make sure the level is right at the full mark, not above. If it's still a touch high, remove a little more. If it's a hair low, add a small splash. Now start the engine and let it idle. A brief puff of blue or white smoke is normal as leftover oil burns out of the intake. That should fade within about a minute. Take a short, easy drive to warm everything. The heat helps burn off residue, and the PCV system will vent lingering vapors. Listen for a steady idle at stoplights. That sharp, burnt oil smell should drop away. Pop the hood when you get back and peek at the PCV hose and around the valve cover. You do not want to see fresh pooling or new wet spots. If it's dry and the dipstick still reads at full after another few minutes, you nailed it. If smoke keeps puffing past a minute or the level creeps up again, pause. Shut it down and we'll troubleshoot. So far, so good? Good. Next up, what to check if symptoms linger or the level refuses to behave. Number 7. Lingering symptoms and other causes. Sometimes the oil level still looks too high even after you corrected it. Don't panic. That can point to something else sneaking into the oil. Fuel dilution is one. A leaky injector or short-trip flooding can let fuel seep into the crankcase and raise the level. Another is coolant. A sweet smell, milky oil, or a slow drop in the coolant reservoir together with a rising dipstick level suggests coolant mixing in. Here's how I check. Park overnight, then read the stick in the morning using the same level ground, short warm-up, and 5-minute wait method. If the level climbs without you adding oil, Suspect fuel or coolant. On turbo cars, especially older ones, small gasket or head issues can let coolant creep into the oil. Also, if rough idle or smoke won't go away after a minute of runtime, pull a couple spark plugs. Oil-fouled plugs and oxygen sensors may need cleaning or replacement. The key is to separate overfill symptoms from other faults. Fix the level first. If issues remain, investigate the source. All clear now? Perfect. One more step to save future headaches. Let's prevent overfilling next time you change oil. Number 8. Prevention. You fixed it. Now, let's keep it that way with one simple habit. When refilling after a change, do not pour in the entire capacity at once. Start with about 80 to 90% of the listed capacity from your owner's manual. For example, if the spec is 5 quarts, start with about 4 to 4.5. Then start the engine for a minute, shut it off, wait 5 minutes, and check the dipstick. Top up in small amounts until the oil sits at the full mark. That's it. A clean measuring cup or marked bottle helps you pour known amounts, so you never overshoot. Always recheck after your first short drive, as manufacturers recommend, because filters and passages fully fill and the level may settle. If your manual calls for a specific hot or cold check, follow that exactly. The theme stays the same. Measure in stages, be patient, and stop at full, not above it. If you ever go past the mark again, no stress. Use the same small step drain we just did. Quick reminder to save this guide so it's handy next oil change. Last, a special warning for turbo and diesel owners is up next. Number 9. Turbo and diesel warning. These engines can turn an overfill into a crisis. Small turbo sumps can sling excess oil into the turbo, wiping out bearings or, in extreme cases, causing hydrolock. Diesel engines can inhale oil mist through the intake and use it as fuel. That can lead to a runaway, where the engine revs hard on its own and will not respond to the key. It is dangerous and damaging. What do? First, avoid the risk by being conservative with your fill. Keep it right at full or a hair under. If you suspect an overfill on a turbo, shut down, drain a little extra, and sniff around the intake and turbo housing for fresh oil. On diesels, never ignore rising oil level or persistent smoke. If you ever face a suspected runaway, your safety comes first. Do not lean into the bay. If it is safe and you drive a manual, stalling in a high gear can stop it. Otherwise, step back and get professional help. For turbo and diesel owners, the margin is slim. Careful checks and small top-ups are the smart move. That's our warning. Let's wrap everything we covered today. We spotted the signs, understood the risks, and walked through the fix. You learned the right way to read the dipstick, how to estimate the excess, 2 safe methods to remove it, how to recheck and clear smoke, what lingering symptoms might mean, and the simple habit to prevent overfill next time. Reality beats the myth. A little extra oil is not harmless, but there is a clear, fast remedy. Save this oil level guide and share it with a friend who just changed their oil. A small habit like measuring in stages protects your engine, your catalytic converter, and your wallet. Thanks for watching, and if this helped, please subscribe so you never miss a simple fix that keeps you safe on the road. I'm Morgan Lane, and I appreciate you trusting me in your garage today. What small habit do you swear by to protect your engine? Tell me below, and I'll feature some of your tips in a future video. Stay safe, drive smart, and I'll see you next time.